on today's video, I will be sharing with you signs that your marriage is over. When you see these signs, just know it's time for you to go your way. Yes, it's time for you to walk out. Because especially when you have done all you can, when you've tried to communicate the issues you have in the marriage with your partner and you see it's not working, you've done all, you've tried all, and with these signs, I think it's time for you to just turn your back and go. There is no need for you to stay there anymore. Sign number one: you are unhappy. You are so unhappy in the union. You're not happy anymore. You're not happy with anything. You're not happy being in the same space as your partner. They are happy at your expense. No, you have to go. It's 6 months, it's a year now, and you're still not happy with the way things are going. Yes, it's time for you to go. You cannot stay in a relationship when you're not happy. Happiness is important. And when you're not happy with the way things are going with your partner, when it's constant arguing, constant fighting, things are not going well, no, it's time for you to say goodbye and go start somewhere else. You have to. The second point is when you don't find good in your partner anymore. You don't find good in each other. You don't find goodness in each other. Whatever your partner does is wrong. They don't do anything good in your eyes anymore. You don't find goodness in them. Whatever they do is not right. You don't want to see them. You don't want to be in the same space with them. Whatever they do irritates you. When you get to that point where your partner irritates you all the time, it's 6 months, it's a year now, it's the same thing, things are not changing, it's constant, you feel constantly irritated by your partner, I think it's time for you to go. What is the point being in a relationship where you are not happy, you feel constantly irritated, you don't see anything good in what your partner is doing, or you don't see any goodness in your partner? It's time for you to go. Don't stay there, especially when you're consumed by anger. When you see them, you're angry. Once they speak to you, you just don't want to talk to them anymore. It's gotten to that stage where it's really not a good space for both of you to live in. It's not a good space anymore. It's time for you to go. Don't stay there, because sooner or later you will start to, like, you could start to have real fights. You can start, or your partner, or it might be you, or you might start, you might get physical. So it's important that when you spot these signs where you don't want to see each other, your partner irritates you, their very presence, irritates you, and it's been going on for some time, it's time for you to go. You cannot stay there anymore. Please, when it gets to that point, please make sure you leave. Don't stay there. And the next point is when both of you start playing the blame game. No one wants to take accountability for anything. Your partner doesn't take accountability for whatever is happening, whatever they do. It's the blame game. He's blaming you, you are blaming him, he's blaming, you're blaming each other. No one wants to take responsibility. No one wants to be accountable for anything anymore. You're constantly blaming each other. There's no understanding, constant fights. You're fighting all the time, as in arguing all the time. One person sleeps in the living room, one person sleeps in the bedroom. It's been going on for 1 year. Nothing is happening. I think it's time for you to just put yourself together and go. When the relationship gets to that point where one person sleeps in the living room and one person sleeps in the room, and not just for a few days or weeks, it's been 2 years now. You know, what is the point? You know, what is the point when you're constantly blaming each other, and it's you're both shouting at each other at the top of your voices, and you know, it's time to just part ways and go, just go date somewhere else, go heal, and then you think of what you want to do later on, but you know what, it's time for you to part ways. Another thing is when your partner not willing to change, or you not willing to change. Let's say there's something going on and you have noticed that your partner has changed a lot, and you've tried to discuss this with them, and you want them to change because they are the problem, but they don't see any problem in them, and they keep doing the same thing. You can see and you tell them that, look at what you're doing is not helping this relationship. They could be doing something that is really damaging the relationship, and you've told them several times. Maybe they've been sleeping out, and you don't know where they go. Their phone is not on when they're out, and you're just suspecting that something is happening, but they wouldn't accept it, and they keep doing it. This is just an example, and they don't want to change, and it's been going on for some time, and you've talked about it, you've told them about it, and they don't want to change. I think it's time for you to part ways. You cannot be with someone that doesn't want to change their ways, especially if it's something that is making you unhappy. So if you are unhappy in the relationship, then if you're very unhappy and you have been for some time, I think it's time for you to just leave, because you cannot stay in a relationship, or you cannot be in a relationship or in a marriage where you are unhappy for a long time, and you keep just suppressing the way you feel. You just keep trying, and it's still not working. Please just look for a way out. And it's also the blame game. It's the blame game. No one wants to take responsibility. You're not happy, constant fighting. No, just know it's time for you to go heal, and then there will always be a way forward. It's better for you to be happy, stay on your own and be happy, than to be in a toxic union. Don't be in a toxic marriage, in a toxic union, because you don't want to be alone. Sometimes you will find out that it's better to be happy alone than to be in a union where you're unhappy, where you're constantly having issues with your partners and constantly crying. I think that is about it for today. Please do make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. And until next time, I'm your girl, Cecilia Mbula. Thank you very much, and bye-bye for now.